Hello and welcome to Man on Football Manager with me, Dan, and most importantly, welcome to another episode of The Perfect Wingers. In the last episode, both of our wonderkids had their full season together at PSG and managed to win the double, both the league and PSG's first ever Champions League. They also had a good showing at the World Cup and African nations. Can they build from this? Let's find out, shall we? I will catch you in a second. So here we are at the end of the season. It's the 4th of June 2028, and this is the formation that we're seeing for PSG. And it's great to see that Jacobs and Smith are on the wings. And just as we expected from the last episode, PSG have won the league again by a huge margin this time, by 14 points. They ended with 94 points, 34 games, 31 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses. Incredible. And like the last episode, it's a sea of blue and red. 98 goals this season for PSG. Second place was Monaco with 69. That's a huge gap. Oh, and look here, shots for, it's the devil's number, 666. Fewest shots, 248. Fewest conceded is 21. And the most clean sheets with 17. In the player side of things, they've got the top goal scorer, Zazik, is that how you pronounce his name? I don't know, but he's got 20 goals. He was joint first. Most assists. It's finally good to see that our two guys have settled into PSG. They are the two best players for assists. Ben Smith just toppled Bill Jacobs with 17 assists. However, Bill Jacobs got the most player of the match awards with 10. So let's have a look at Bill, shall we? And from what I'm looking at, I for the last couple of episodes, I don't know what's changed. I don't think much has changed in terms of attributes for these guys. But he is now worth 116 million to 348 million pound. His wage has gone up as well. He's a star player, but he's earning 400,000 pound per week at PSG now until 2033, which is 5 years. So he must have just recently. Oh yeah, it does. It says here, pleased to have signed a new contract. Silly me. So let's have a look at his season. 32 games, 8 goals, 15 assists, 10 player of the match awards with an 8 average rating. Great numbers, much better than last season. He's doubled the amount of player of the match awards, couple more assists and 1 more goal. I'm happy. So overall this season he was a left midfielder, 53 games, 12 goals, 20 assists with a 7.88 rating. 55 games for international, 42 goals, 23 assists and a 7.87 rating. Amazing numbers. And it looks like they're trying to play him as an attacking mid-centre as well. So in his notable milestones, they have won the French Cup, the Champions League again and the League again. He was named Best 11, midfielder of the season in the Champions League runner-up, best player in the league, most assists as we know, runner-up, and the best African player. He was also South Africa's best seasonal 11. I never checked his landmarks, I don't think, but let's have a look. So this season he broke the record for the highest average rating in a season with 8.00 in 32 appearances. Last season was the most assists with 26 and then broke the average ratings again. So yeah, he's done really well. Now let's have a look at Ben Smith. Again, not much has changed on this side of things from what I can see. 94 million to 282 million pound is his valuation. He's still earning, or he's earned another 10,000 per week. He's now at 145,000 pound a week. Let's check out his history. So he played 34 games this season, 8 goals, 17 assists, 6 player of the match awards with a 7.93. That's a lot more assists than his first season, which is great to see. And overall in his season, he's mostly been playing as a right midfielder. 45 games, 12 goals, 22 assists with a 7.98 rating. 10 games as a centre-back, which I don't know why still. And for anyone wondering why I've not changed this in the editor, I wanted to keep it fresh. I wanted to not touch too much. So at the very beginning I did the editor, but then I just wanted to leave it there and see how it progresses throughout the seasons. That's why I've not taken the central defence out. But I might change it soon. I'm not sure yet. However, let's go back to it. So 17 games as a right winger, 16 goals, 11 assists and an 8.30 rating internationally. He's also played 38 games as a centre-back, 1 goal, 11 assists and a 7.06 rating. 11 assists for a centre-back is pretty good, to be fair. And a quick look at his milestones. So he's got the most assists in the competition, which we knew. He's won the league, Champions League, blah, blah, blah. He's third place midfielder of the season. Wait a minute, who came first then? Okay. Fair enough. And his landmarks, he broke the league record for most assists in a season with 17. And last season, or last 2 seasons, I don't know if I mentioned this, but he was appointed South Africa captain. Now, speaking of South Africa, let's check out how they did. So where we left them, they had a couple of friendlies, which has done okay. And then in the World Cup qualifiers, they beat Ethiopia twice. First time was 3-0 away, and then at home 2-1. And then in 2028, they've had the African Nation qualifiers, winning 2-1 and 4-2. They've got a couple of friendlies coming up, but nothing drastic just yet. It's all qualifiers. I didn't mention it last time, but now, when we first started this experiment, I think they were in the 60th or 50th rankings. They are now 25th. And just to have a look at the rankings, they are close. I wonder how far these guys can go. Realistically, I want to see if South Africa take over Holland in the next couple of videos. That'll be a good achievement, I think. So there we have it, guys. Another great season for these 2 wingers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Where do you see this series going? What would you like to see in the future? I'd love a bit of engagement. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will catch you at the next episode, hopefully. See you in a bit.